Done. Right, so we've just filmed the video, we're about to go home, but Kev shut job up, we're doing one job and he shut up. So guys, we're doing...
putting that in.
We're sponsored by Custom
Better not be
Fit.
putting that in. You better not be. Stop your lies. Stop your lies. Proper lying, no.
Right, Kev, let me film this time.
We've got 20 questions, we've been on Instagram, we've gotten some really good questions. Thank you for those who participated. Let's just go, Jackie, we've got any more time to waste. What's JV's first car?
First car I had was a Honda 1.6 Aero Deck automatic. But I couldn't insure it, so I never drove it on the road. I might have drove it on the road.
You had insurance problems, did you?
Yeah, 1.6. It's 17, 18 year old, it was difficult. Honda. But my first car on the road was a Vauxhall Nova 1.2 Merit. I loved that thing.
Novas? I didn't even know what a Nova was till I came out. I've seen these lot.
Loves a Nova.
What was the biggest moment for GM?
Oh, biggest moment in what way? What do you mean? Like biggest moment of
for the
GM?
company, like for the company, what would you say was the biggest moment for you?
Biggest moment. Biggest moment was probably selling some cars to royalty in the Middle East. I mean, to have someone that high up the chain to order from my company for vast amounts of money was something like, wow, like, was this real?
But I trust in you.
Yeah, the other one was obviously moving to these big premises in the middle of COVID. Was not the biggest moment, was the scariest moment. Like, literally COVID hit, there was nobody on the roads and they literally were moving units. I'm thinking, oh God, what am I doing?
How's some stories, Jackie, what you were doing on them roads when no one was on
Yeah, so basically there was nobody on the road and I was having to move cars and I was driving like race cars from Crabbington to here, like full on blown race cars.
A few pictures of some of these cars that he was...
Supplementary question, you know these cars that you sold in the Middle East, can you tell us what they are?
Yeah, they were Duke cars, they were like with GTR engines, they were like 500 grand each. Cars.
What?
Yeah.
So Nismo
Duke Special Editions
so
made particularly
with an R35 engine.
GTR engine, gearbox, yeah, built for the sort of royalty.
That is very impressive.
Yeah.
Next question. Put me book down. So next question. What are the future plans for GM?
What are the future plans? Just keep working hard, be more efficient, be consistent, work smarter.
Keep pushing.
Work harder as well. I know people say don't work hard. You've got to work hard. Otherwise, you know, listening, you've got to work hard. Yeah, so that's it. Just work harder, be smarter.
You get what you put in. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's a very good saying. So next question. 2023. What car is a good investment?
In 2023.
Like any so.
A 2023
like
car.
What sort of
new
car
production car
is a good investment?
God, that's a bad question for us because I don't specialise in new cars, unfortunately. But if I was buying a new car in 2023, I would say if you're buying cars and you've got the money, you buy stuff like limited edition cars, supercars. I would say something like that. But
it's a risky one because it's not like you're going to debate with.
Yeah, it's not something I couldn't tell you like if it's going to hold money or make money. But yeah, if you've got money, buy a limited edition car or a supercar, you should be alright.
The only safe sort of way of making money on cars is getting them sort of stuff that you got.
Well, they never used to be, but they are now. So it's,
simple as that.
We can't predict the future, unfortunately. That's it. It's a tough question.
So next question. Do you take on apprenticeships?
Unfortunately, we don't. We have got young Matty here. He came in, not from the office, wanted an apprenticeship. We tell him we didn't do it. But something impresses about young Matty.
Well, if he used to help out on the corner, he used to just come out.
He used to work somewhere else locally, and the first time he come knocked, we didn't give him the job. And then as he walked out, I spoke to Chris and we thought, I think he deserves a chance. We'll give him a chance and he's been a good...
Smashed it, Matt. You keep smashing it, brother.
He's been a good asset.
So next question, how did you start your business?
How did I start my business? I always wanted a Supra when I was younger. And obviously I was young, I couldn't get credit, I didn't have the money. And I looked into ways and I found a local garage that used to sell performance imports. And I was like obsessed with them. I used to drive there and like just watch the cars. And then I looked into it and did a bit of research. The internet wasn't what it is now. And eventually took a risk and bought an imported car and put it on the credit card. Took a risk, see if it could, and sell it, and just kept working my way up. That was it really. And then from just selling cars, then we started servicing them and tuning them.
Moving on and
then just keep growing, yeah.
Keep going. So, good question. Next question. Does JV have a mechanical background?
Yes, so I used to work for a company, used to make Rolls-Royce engines and Pratt & Whitney engines, and I was a CNC engineer. I used to do all the mill inside, doing programs and stuff like that, CAD-CAM.
Technical.
Yeah, it was based in North Shields, and then I moved to a company in Washington, so like a sister company. We used to do like glass fibre milling and turning, and I was in charge of like the milling side of stuff. So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the job.
This brings me on to the next question. If you weren't doing what you're doing now, what would you be doing?
Probably YouTuber. CNC engineer.
So the next question, with obviously everything in the world coming, the prices being going all over and everything seems to be coming back down at the moment, is it the same sort of story with the Japan cars?
What's coming back down? I haven't seen nothing come back down. The electrical prices going
It's a
through.
question that someone's given us, Jack.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to give it you.
I think it might mean some of the cars are going back down, potentially, but the Japanese cars are definitely not going back down. They're really 2019, 2020. They're like, bam! They went so high. It was crazy the way they were rising, double and tripling in price. Not all cars, but some Japanese cars. Right now they're just leveling off, but they're definitely not dropping in price. They're just holding and slowly climbing.
So
Do I want them to drop? Definitely not, because obviously I've got some Japanese cars I don't want to.
So basically for those that's hoping that the cars are going to ridiculously drop in prices, and not going to
I
happen.
don't think so.
Not going to happen.
I wouldn't have thought so.
So if you want a car, get in touch now, because whatever's out there's not much left out there now,
Yeah.
is there? Nice ones. Next question. How many GM events are planned for this year?
So we do want to go to many events with our cars that we have, but for a GM event we're only going to have the August the 19th GM race wars. Unfortunately we've only got the one
Just one.
one event this year, so if you do have the airfield and facilities to cater for us to do an event where we can do half miles and quarter miles, get in touch with it, because we would love to do 2 events, but so far we've only got the one,
Just the
August
one.
the 19th at Elverton, so make sure you book that because it's going to be the only one.
August the 19th, get it in your diaries. Next question. How long did it take you to start your company and start making profit?
Well, when you first start, anything you make is profit because you've got no overheads, so it's totally different than now. So when you first start, you sell a car, you make money straight away.
Just making money straight
So
up.
now I've got to make X amount of money to make any money, which is like, it's just backwards, but that's life.
So probably by race you are probably a lot more stress free then.
Correct, yeah, because you just sell it from your house, you've
Make
got no
more profit.
overheads, no nothing,
Yeah.
that's it, and just everything's profit. Now it's like, you know, just to figure out the year, I've got to make 20, 30, 40, 50,000 before I make a penny every month.
Wow.
So that's tough.
No, that's
Yeah. So that's
levels. That's what
that's
that comes to.
how it is, you know, that's life.
Next question. What is JV's favourite car?
Ooh. I would say it's a tough one because I like driving on the street, so that sort of sways us to my 34 GTR. But I love my 35 GTR because of what it's done for me in the business, and it's obviously very historic to me. So yeah, so I'm gonna go. I can't separate it. I'm just gonna stick with them two.
It could. No. So the question was, though, it's like, what's your favourite car? It might even be one of your cars. It could be any car in the world. Any car in the world.
But any hyper car, which is a
Any
dream
car.
for everybody, any hyper car would be my favourite car.
Any hyper car over anything you've got already? Really?
Well, yeah, 100% now.
I'd rather have what he's got already than a hyper car, like.
I could sell everything, I guess, and get one, but then it wouldn't be the same.
Next question. Basically, comes down from the other question. If you could only keep one car, if you could only keep one car, JV, what would you keep?
That's a very tough one, but
It's a question.
I would say because I could have a bit more fun on the street, I would probably go with just pipping the 34 GTR.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just you don't really need the Jun now because everyone knows what you can do. Like,
Yeah, but still, 34
the Jun's
GTR.
still your Jun.
And my little boys like the 34 as well, so
Everyone loves a 34,
yeah. So
Everyone loves a 34. Next question. So, what is the biggest project that you have lined up for 2023?
we've got quite a few projects for 2023. We've got the first female V10 platform car that will run twin turbo. so that's going to be quite special for the UK.
Yeah.
For a female to have a twin
First
turbo.
female, first
I'm not
female.
telling you if it's an R8 or a Hurricane, but it's one of them.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, follow the channel. We've got Project Tango V2, we've got Paul Cameron's Audi TT RS,
Seriously.
we've got the Russian Purple GTR, we've got the Time Attack Impreza, we've got Warren's car going to 1800 horsepower. So there's a few projects.
The John's still content, that's still an ongoing
John's
project.
done, no, it's done really, it's just ready to
Ready
race.
to
We
go?
just need to fix an electrical issue, that's ready to go. The McLaren's going to go stage 2, some big flames, ECU's been installed. Yeah, so just keep an eye on the channel, we've got lots of projects. If you have anything getting done, give us a shout as well.
Pink Panther, I mean there's...
Pink Panther, yeah, that's
there's a
2000,
lot.
so he's got Hammond's old engine and bits and bobs. He's going to go close to 2000 horsepower.
We are going to do an update video on Hammond because I know people are wondering what's going on with Hammond, why is he getting a new engine, etc, etc. We're going to do an update video with Hammond.
Hammond's going 3000 horsepower. There you go.
Well, stay tuned for that, for those that wonder what's going on with Hammond in these cars. Next question. What car are you head? Fiat German Pros that's impressed you the most?
Whoa. If you asked us that question, probably like 10 years ago, I would have said an R34 GTR with 600-700 horsepower, had a N1 there with a sequential box, 800 horsepower, and that car absolutely blew me away. I was like, wow, that's unbelievable. And then the 35 GTR came into the equation when they were released 2009, that blew me away. My RX-7 blew us away, and then after that we've been sort of blessed and lucky that we've worked in so many nice cars, race cars, time attack cars. It's kind of been far too many, so it's like, well, the Nissan Patrol that come over.
Spoiled
Yeah, we've been,
choice, innit?
you know what I mean, there's just so many nice cars. So it was an easier question back in the day, but now it's like, everything that comes in now is pretty special.
Even like when you think of Bugsy when he bought his Navara, that was ridiculous.
Anything that comes now is a nice car. So
Tom's SVG.
the
Yeah,
SVG
that
from Tom's, I've got to drive that, you know.
That
so many
blue
nice cars.
M140 with the TNAs.
The TNE 140i, that was special.
It blew him away. Next question. So, you see any questions there, didn't you? There's cheaters. What is JV's favourite Evo?
My favourite Evo is an Evo 9. I had a few Evo 9 wagons, but the Evo 9 Saloon is my favourite Evo. Evo 9 is the one I have, in my opinion. Then the Evo 6.
And this isn't a question that's on it,
I
but
do have one for sale, by the way. Evo 9 in black, absolutely mint chassis, immaculate. Don't get hooked up with the mileage as well, because this car's not been past 112 miles an hour. Underneath is like brand new. You've seen the car, haven't you? It is
I
mint.
wanted it, Jackie.
He wants it.
Can I get in shot on it, man? That's the trouble. That's what my car's sitting there for. Can I get in
If you
shot?
don't understand him, he's going to dissect what he's saying. It means he can't get insured in it.
Can I get in shot on it? I can't get in shot on my own car at the moment. That's
Yeah.
a video for another
That's another video.
But
Tell you why you can't get insured. Evo 9, that's it.
and this isn't a question, but what is? It's probably a question for myself. Of all the Evos, which is the better investment to buy?
Evo 6 Magnin, quite a rare car. An early model Evo. I do have an Evo 2 for sale, which is in here.
Yeah,
that's
I've never
a
seen one there
very
before.
rare.
Yeah.
You have seen one because you've seen
I
one.
know, I never seen one today.
Yeah. So yeah, so just clean Evos, like I say, is what you want.
So there's no particular Evo.
just Evo, the Mackinnon ones, the RS ones, stuff like that.
What was the one that you had? Yeah.
An Evo 6 RS.
That's special.
Special car RS, yeah, it's a rare car.
Next question. If you didn't start GM, what would you be doing now?
I didn't start GM, what would I be doing now? I would be working in engineering, doing something, aerospace engineering, potentially that's what my background was at the beginning. So yeah, I would just be an engineer. Or I might be a YouTuber.
You will be a YouTuber, yeah. That's just on the side.
Could have been a YouTuber.
Next question. What was JV's favourite max power car?
I know. My favourite max power car was a guy called Jamie Shaw, was it?
Jamie Shaw.
Jamie Shaw, Charisma. He had a TVR Sobrera in gold, full body kit, lush
Red leather.
interior. It was just crazy. If Callum finds a picture, he'll put it in. But I went to the NEC when he showcased that car. It was 2002, I think, 2003, and it was unbelievable. I was like, wow. Like, will I have something like that one day? Honestly, I never thought I would. be able to afford anything like that, because you think like that when you're young. So if
Yeah.
you're young, guys, and you think, I can't have this and I'm not going to have that, I was exactly the same. I used to think like that, and then I started working hard, and then things happen. When you work hard, things happen, trust us. But I was the same. I would never ever think I would have stuff like that.
Actually, you'll have to see if you can find the picture of the young JV with his TVR.
You had a TVR?
I had a TVR,
In fact, I heard like there's a video somewhere you're doing drifts on TVR.
Donuts. It's on the GM YouTube channel. Tuscan
Is it?
Yeah.
See if you can find the image of young JV and insert it.
I'll pop it in there. Pop.
But yeah,
Next question.
go for it.
So, the John R1 or the R34 GTR, if you could only keep one.
Did you ask this before?
I don't know, Jackie, we've done this video twice.
I think you did. You definitely asked this before.
I didn't think so. Just flip my page over.
Just to this one, I think you have asked this again, but I would have said the 34 pips it, because like see, kids like that and go out with it. And I'm pretty sure we just asked it, but
It's a hard question because they're two completely
Yeah.
different cars at the end of the day.
yeah,
Simple as
that's
that.
why it's nice to have a collection of cars.
Was GM JV's original dream, or was it something
No,
else?
so originally I wanted to be in the Royal Air Force. I couldn't get in for political reasons. I nearly got in, but political reasons I couldn't get in. I might as well explain. So back in the day, I was in the Air Force Air Cadets, and I tried to get in the Air Force. I did all my exams, blah blah blah. Because I had a Belgian passport, which is part of the EU, they wouldn't allow us unless I had a British or an Irish passport. So back there I was 17, I was just about to go in, I had to change my passport to British or Irish, and I didn't. I just wanted to keep my Belgian passport, which is from my father's side. And then I did a career in engineering. But now that doesn't matter, because you're part of the EU, you can be British, German, French and go to the British Army. But back in the day you could not do that.
It wasn't even that long ago.
What was that long ago?
Well, when you
But I was
were
17 now, that was only a couple of years ago. When I was 17, that's
Well,
right. Yeah, that's it. So it was only a couple of years ago, but yeah, that was the deal.
Next question. So, are you going to have an open day in 2023?
Do you know what? When we had the open day here, there wasn't a lot of people in these units, so we had a lot of space. But now it's absolutely full, like chaos. It's really busy, so it's very hard to organise an open day. Have you seen yourself how busy it was last time? The police come, they were going to arrest me.
It was only as empty as well because COVID. It would just came out of COVID.
No, it wasn't empty. It was because the units there was a lot of empty
I'm saying
units.
at the time as well though, we were going through, it was just before after COVID, so
It was
like,
after
it
COVID,
was just dead, like everything was dead with what we were going to do.
There was not a lot of people like in businesses around here, so now it's full, so it's going to be cause of disruptance really. So GM Racers is where you want to go. And guys, also while I'm here, big shout out to Custom Fit who sponsored this video, even though he's made me do this twice. And don't forget to subscribe to Callum, like these thingies, put any comments of what videos you want to see. He's had a tough time the last 2 years, but this time he's got no excuse. He's going to go for it. He's going to get a video at least once a week, twice a week, whatever he's going to do. Get on his case if there's no videos out.
So yeah, you heard it from JV. I'm not saying out more, I'm just less talk, more action.
That's it.
Subscribe to the channel, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next video.
Push.